I was muted. I know. I fixed it. Hey all, #Heathen here. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name is Casey, and I do this thing on Sundays called Supernatural Sundays. And I play a little game that is supernatural or spoopy or something. This week is episode 2 of Scarlet Hollow, and we're continuing the adventure with everyone's favorite dog, Gretchen. I'm sure she'll be featured quite a bit. Sorry there's no fun makeup look tonight. I have a thing on my eye, and yeah, so I'm staying away from makeup until we know what it is or until it goes away. Probably like a sty or a zit or something, which sties are zits, but just gotta keep an eye on it, as my sister said, and make sure it doesn't turn into anything bacterial. So yeah, fun times. I was kind of bummed though, because I love doing makeup, and now I can't wear it for a while, so that sucks. How is everyone doing tonight? I had a really good day yesterday with minimal pain, and then the pain came back today, and so I'm like dragging ass. It's always harder to handle once you've had like a good day like that. Spoopy boopy. I am wearing a wide variety of completely natural makeup colors tonight, but to look like she's not wearing any makeup. Yes, it's so natural that I even did like the shading of the bags under my eyes and stuff. Yeah. The no makeup makeup looks though are hard to do, and they do require product quite a bit actually. But yeah. Maddie's still shook up from the asylum. So on Saturday nights, it is a group of us that get together to play Phasmophobia. We have Maddie from Wymie Gaming in the chat. Check out their channel. And then we have Evans Murphy and Red Venture, and then myself. And we did a lot better last night. In the meantime, between the week before and last night, we actually like watched videos on how to play, because we went in completely blind the last time. I had only watched streams, so I'd never actually played or known like the mechanics or whatever. But at one point we decided to do the asylum for the first time, and somehow Maddie's audio got cut, and Evans and I could not hear them at all, and Red Venture could hear them, but they kept like breaking up, so he couldn't fully understand what Maddie was saying. And it was crazy. So for the rest of that session, poor Maddie could not be heard by anyone, and was just sitting there screaming, trying to be heard from Red. It's gonna be great to see their video of that, so definitely go sub to their channel and keep an eye out for that coming up this week. I don't know if that portion is going to be this week or the following week, but yeah, keep an eye on it, because it'll be great. And yeah, we did a lot better. I don't think we missed any of the ghost types. Yeah, wish I could hear what Red was hearing, because he was driving me nuts. I know. When Red's like, he wanted me to tell you about the projects, and I'm like, what? What are you even, what? Projects? Like, what? What is on my computer? Oh, cat hair. Cool. Wonder where that came from. But yeah, it was just so random, because they're like, yeah, you wanted me to tell you about the projects, and we're like, what? What? I don't get it. Yeah, it would be. Okay, so we did get everything last night. I thought so. I need get some... Oh, I'm blurry. You're not gonna focus on me now? Here we go. But yeah, we did get everything last night. It was really fun. It was a lot of fun. I thought Maddie was trolling us, because last I heard they were heading out to the Vuck, and the Vuck is safety, so I figured they were just trolling us. Let me get the game running. The projects, what the fuck? And I would scream, no, tell them I can hear them, but they can't hear me. And he'd say something completely nonsensical. Yeah. It was interesting, for sure. I'm surprised you didn't, wait. I hit the wrong button. That's the button I want. I'm surprised you didn't just, like, rage quit from that, for real. Alright, let's, I suppose put that all the way up. You're pretty loud. We're gonna tone that down a little bit. Transition. Oh. Here we are. I came super close, like when I was stuck in the basement and the thing kept hunting me, I was very close to dropping out. I bet. I don't know, I probably would have just been like, fuck this, I'm going back to the Vuck and waiting for everyone, because that's ridiculous. Oh man. Like I said, I can't wait to see those videos. It's gonna be pretty great. Wait, no, can you pause? Thank you. We don't need hip-hop background to this music. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know how I would have handled that. I would have been super frustrated. I probably would have been screaming too, and then Greg would be like, what is going on? What is happening right now? Is this real life? Oh man. I don't know if we should wait for anyone else, or if we should just get going. I suppose I can always like rewind and watch to keep up. But yeah, as I said, we're playing Scarlet Hollow, and this is episode 2. I did look to see if there was a release date set for episode 3. Unfortunately, there aren't any updates talking about episode 3 right now. There will be 7 in total. And this is still on Kickstarter, so if anyone wants to support, I'll try to remember to pop that link in the description. But, yeah, I'm kind of bummed that I don't know when episode 3 is coming out, but I will be playing them as they come out. You just pay once for the game, and you get access to everything, so. Oh, Snarky will be here pretty soon? Okay, we can wait for Snarky then. I know you said she was dyeing Mason's hair. What color is Mason going with this time? I think he chose green last time, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least that's the last color that I heard about. Oh. She's technically in the same room as me, just not at her computer. Okay. Well, we can do that then. We can jump into it. Green and black now. Ooh. Good color combo. I always wanted to add, if I do add any color to mine, it's going to be black, because I think it's the only thing that would go with the red, but I have to dye my own hair pretty soon. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. Go back. Can I go back? Yes. Damn it. I figured the top one would just be like, you know, go on with your bad self. Go on with your game, but apparently you have to hit load. Load. Here we go. Holy crap, it is really coming down outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Continue. Sure, we'll do a recap. Get everybody caught up. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. Oh, I should move my camera. Hold on. I am in the way. Whoa! Will throw me up there. There. The funeral of her mother or your aunt seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. What? Did you ask if we could hear? No? Did I? I mean, let me know if you can't. So this is the ever fun Tabitha. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I couldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value, or I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. And then we met Avery. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? This is Stella, this is Avery, and this is Gretchen. Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not gonna go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm gonna do it for you. I don't remember. Sorry, I'm not all here. I don't remember if I was asking about that or what. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. She hunts cryptids. And then, yeah, we saw a deer with massive lymphoma. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Hey, Snarky. Pain, rot, decay. Duke, aw, rip. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of these woods at dawn. Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. As the creatures in the tree line grew louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. And we went for Gretchen. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! And then, yeah, horrible. Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Welcome home. Sybil. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they're a terrible omen. a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. From the relative safety of your cousin's uncomfortable guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Tuesday morning awaits. Team Gretchen! Wake up. You open your eyes. Turn that down on my end for a bit. The sun has risen. The birds are singing. You are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window in the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there, right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember Duke, slumped against the tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. We'll text Stella. It's probably a good idea to check in with your new friend. You can't imagine she's holding up very well. It's probably... Oh, that's the same. I just read that. Send a picture of a tired cat you found on the internet. It might take her a minute to get back to you. In the meantime... let's put our clothes in the dresser, I guess. You never wound up putting your clothes away yesterday. Might as well get that out of the way before you start the day. Oh boy, a possum. You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom door. And a possum lurks within. It is quiet, but angry. Afraid! Hi, friend. No hurt. Afraid! Aw, what's your name, little guy? I'm #Heathen. Dustin. Can you tell me about the human who lives here? Which human? Wait, there are more than one? Pearl Ann died. Only one human lives here. Dustin, not good with names. 2 human live here. Can you tell me about the humans who lives here? Who live here? 1 human sad. 1 human scary. The sad human. Cries. Give Dustin bad sleeps. Can you tell me about the scary human? Always watches, eyes hateful. Never mind. Thanks for the help, Dustin. Okay. What are you doing in my drawers? Warm, dark. Can you move, please? I want to put my clothes in here. No, this Dustin house. I'll close the drawer. We'll let Dustin have it. You close the drawer, leaving the marsupial in peace. This drawer belongs to the opossum and there's nothing you can do about it. Dustin not get eaten! Dustin strong warrior! Dustin isn't much of a talker, no. You open the top drawer next. It's empty, as good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd have been better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag, but there's no going back now. I'll poke around the closet. Whoa, Maddie, a doll for you. After what you went through last night, the last thing you needed this morning was waking up to find that doll in your closet. Ooh, pick up the doll. You pick up the doll and examine it more closely. Its foot reads, "Property of Alexandra." And there's no way you're taking this with you. You close the closet behind you. Let's look out the window. You creep towards the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. For a second, you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. Why did you pick it up? I picked it up for you, Maddie. That was all for you. Alright, leave the window. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you've finished waking up. Get dressed and head down to the kitchen. Time to start your day. Oh, I don't know, maybe it is scratching outside. Frou-frou! You're back in the kitchen. Frou-frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Her pupils dilate and her tail twitches. I see you are still here. How unfortunate. Excuse me, ma'am. May I pet you? That filthy pair of hands will not be found, ma fille. I don't want to be here either. Who would have thought we had anything in common? Hey. Did you know the police called me this morning? You've only been here one day and you've already had a run-in with the cops. We were chased through the woods by monsters and you're worried about the cops? Yeah, I'm worried about the cops. I'm busy and I don't like talking to them. Did the cops say anything about Duke? Did they find the body? Body? They didn't say anything about a body, but apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, #Heathen. And before you ask, don't worry. I told them that you're an upstanding citizen. Thanks for having my back. Sure. What else is family for? So, what is up with you and Stella? We just have a history, that's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. I'm sorry. Good. What a bitch. Tebitcha. I've got to get back to work. But listen, you better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. Okay, Mom. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in a characteristic creak and then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Oh, that reminds me of something funny. I was going to the bathroom earlier, and I had to pass gas, and it sounded like a creaking door in, like, a video game. I was like, what? I was watching a video, and I'm like, was that on the video? It was hilarious. Once again, you're the only human in the estate. It seems you make a habit out of bad first impressions, no? The cat chuckles mockingly. Stella sent you an image, a text from Stella. What are you doing? I don't know if that was the rain or the fucking cat. Not sure which. It's another tired cat. Actually, it looks like the same tired cat, just flipped. Hope you're holding up okay, or as good as you can with all the stuff we saw last night. I was up most of the night on cryptid forums. No real answers yet. I'm at the library now if you want to join. I have scones. Cool. On my way. And that's that. Time to start your day. Let's investigate the garden first. As your eyes wander to the garden door, you shudder, remembering the brief glimpse of something you saw from your upstairs window. I don't think it's Gretchen then, because she should be at the library with Stella. It was probably just a raccoon, but the uncertainty of what you saw gnaws at you and compels you to investigate, if only to prove that it was nothing. It's me, Casey, messaging. Yes. It really is. At the very least, you don't see anything now. Investigate further. I'm brave. You wander farther into the garden, trying to pinpoint the spot where that thing had been lurking, if indeed there had been a thing to begin with. Take it all in. The garden is peaceful, but undeniably eerie. Here, more than anywhere else, you're surrounded by the ghost of what this place used to be. A greenhouse sits in the midst of the overwhelming greenery. Unreachable from years of neglect, its glass clouded and cracked, statues reach out from within the seas of weeds as if begging to be rescued. And most strikingly, a pair of rusted metal gates at the very peak of the mountain sits a graveyard. Oh, excuse me. You can just make out a few of the headstones, the Scarlet name carved deep and proud into their faces. You notice what a good view someone would have of your window if they stood where you're standing right now. Check the ground for clues. You crouch down, pushing aside the greenery to examine the soft earth. I see footprints! It's not a wraith, then. A boot print, a big boot print, and what looks like some kind of viscera. Ooh. Your thoughts turn to the specter from the night before. You snap a quick photo just in case it comes in handy later. Text it to Stella. Look what I found in the garden across from my window. No way that's Tabitha-sized. You head back inside. Time to figure out what to do with the rest of your day. Head to town. Hey, Evans. Maddie's gonna give you shit. Just fair warning. The walk back to town is much less pleasant today than it was yesterday, when you didn't yet know the woods were full of monsters and strange men who know your name. You stare anxiously into the darkness between the trees, searching for any signs of movement, but the woods are still, at least for now. Continue down the path. Oh, eyelash. Hey, I can actually rub my eye because I don't have makeup on. The autumn-tinged mountains, sprawling for miles in every direction, now feel less like beautiful scenery and more like the walls of a cage. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Geez, that's creepy. All the more reason to come to the library. I'm coming. Look who I found at the library. She said she was up all night thinking about the video. Adding you to a group text. Kanika. I'm only here because it's quieter than the store. Or was, lol. And I'm trying to figure out what animal that could be. I don't buy into this harbinger of doom stuff. We know what animals they are. They're ditchlings, and they are harbingers of doom. Sounds like they're having fun. I need those scones. Be right there. Almost back to town. Continue down the path. Okay, this lip stuff isn't as great. You make it to town in one piece. No creatures jumped out at you. No scary men blocked your path. There's Avery and, Sybil, I think her name was. The sight of other people is comforting, helping you forget the things you've witnessed as if they happened to someone else. Oh, hey, #Heathen. We were just talking about you. I stopped by Sybil's to pick up her new tea blend and, well, you're the biggest thing to come into town since the coal mine. Folks have been absolutely buzzing about you. Oh boy. You went out with Stella last night, right? Did something happen out there? She barely even waved when she walked by. I guess I'll tell them the truth. I don't know why I wouldn't. Stella and I went into the woods to try and find a skunk ape, but we ran into something way worse. Actual monsters. Sybil said they're called ditchlings, but whatever they are, they killed Duke and have been mutilating the local wildlife. Whoa, whoa, slow down. Duke is dead? It's true, I'm afraid. That's awful. Has anyone told Beau? Yes, he's taking it as well as you can imagine. I'll be going up to check in on him today, the poor lad. She's saying you're as big as a coal mine. Rude, right? I can't believe you had to see that, #Heathen. Tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner? Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend and try to calm your nerves. Yeah, new tea blend? Is that code for something there? It's chaga and lemon balm. It's always helped me on the bad days. And if you need to talk about what happened, I'm all ears. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, #Heathen. See ya, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. Well, I'd better get back to it myself. I am confident. Achievement unlocked. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please, don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. I know you can sense what I sense here. How are you so calm? Don't mistake my calm demeanor for complacency. We all have our parts to play in this. I trust that you and Stella have what it takes to get to the bottom of things. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Yeah, like your marijuana plants. Stay safe, #Heathen, and God bless. You probably have a bit of time before you need it at the library. Wait, who's at the general store? I'm just gonna go to the diner. The diner's a little quiet today, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. We'll get some more biscuits. I'm not gonna be the person to warn patrons of danger. You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. Heard you might need this. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that a sound a pen makes? Pig pen. Wait, pen like pig pen? Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. Yeah, I don't do crosswords. It's just something to do to fill the time, but maybe I should switch to Sudoku. Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, what the hell happened last night? You can tell me. I won't judge. I'm gonna try our tea first. You take a gentle sip of your tea. It's bitter and earthy, a flavor profile enjoyed by only the healthiest of beverages. Whoa, not a lot of folks take to chaga so quickly. It's a fungus that grows on birch trees around here. It's supposed to be super healthy, but it definitely makes for a challenging drink. Color me impressed. What if you don't believe me? I could tell you about last night, but what if you don't believe me? I'm not here to judge. I'm here to listen. Oh, that's nice. I don't want to flirt. I'll just tell Avery about last night. You spilled the beans. Glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed. Wow, that's some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. Monsters in the woods? I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. I can't say I like the thought of it. Now that I think about it, when the cops came in for their morning coffee, they mentioned something about going out to the woods to look for someone. It must have been Duke. They seemed so disconnected from it, I figured it couldn't be very serious, but wow. They seem weirdly suspicious of me. Small town cops not knowing how to do their job? Sounds about right. Avery sighs, then chuckles. You're not wrong. As someone who didn't grow up here, it was a little jarring to move to a place where the cops literally do just sit around drinking coffee all day long. It's like a cartoon. The worst they usually have to deal with are property disputes. I'd be surprised if they actually knew what to do in a real emergency. I hadn't pegged you as a transplant. Where are you from? I moved here from Charlotte, 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more. I've lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job, and who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the Cole folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I'll never be a part of. Hey Z, welcome. And yeah, shroom tea. That's why they're seeing penis monsters, that's for sure. Why'd you leave Charlotte, if you don't mind me asking? No, it's cool. I was having some issues with my folks about my education, which wasn't great, especially since I was still stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay, and the rest is history. Do you regret moving here? I don't think I have the choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Winnie, and there's no way she's leaving this place. I get it. I felt out of place the whole time I've been here. Folks on the whole have been pretty friendly, but life here is so different than what I'm used to. It's hard to explain, but I don't feel like I belong. Exactly. There are worse ways to be, but I'm not sure I'll ever entirely feel like I belong here. Whatever is coming for the place, I can feel it converging on me. I'll get to the bottom of things, I promise. Geez, that's rough. Good luck, #Heathen. Man, looks like my shift is starting. I hope you're doing a bit better. Maybe the Chagas had a chance to start working its magic. I don't know, I'm not hallucinating yet. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The diner's where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly half wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner, ready to continue your day. I guess we'll check out the general store. This is your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. Where's the register? This is the register. He's sitting by a table, not the register. That's... okay. I'll just be nice. Hi, I'm #Heathen. Just got into town yesterday. Yeah, I know, Mom told me. You should leave town. There are monsters in the woods. I'm serious. Something bad is gonna happen, and you should get out of here as soon as possible. Why am I just going around saying that? Yeah, you've been talking to my mom too much. What's your name? Miles. So if I wanted to buy chips or something here, do I talk to you or Miles size? I guess, yeah. Kanika decided to skip work for today, so of course whatever plans I had just didn't matter. Just take the chips, I don't care. Jesus. Wouldn't that be stealing? If Kanika cares about running this place right, she can hire someone else and let me live my life. Wow. Hey, look, there are authentic rocks, as opposed to the fake ones that most places have. These are authentic. Fresh pickles. What else we got? Snacking morsels, brownies, nuts. These nuts. Boo nuts? I can't read what that says. Choco nuts? She inherited the store, and I don't want to keep getting suckered into working here just because I'm her brother. We make most of our money on bulk orders anyways. A bag of chips doesn't make a difference. I'm not gonna steal. Have it your way. What you doing on your phone? Games? You probably haven't heard of them. Yeah, I've never heard of games. Not my entire life. Yeah, see ya, Miles. Miles doesn't respond as you turn to leave the general store. Friendly guy. Let's head to the library. What? What? What is going on over here? We have a guy, like, tied up to a beam, being carried by minors, and then happy children. Like, these people look really sad. So I think maybe he's dead. But the children are like, oh, fuck yeah, this is amazing. Okay. Hey! Look who it is. Look who it is. You enter the former town hall. What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. Oh, hey, you made it. I'm going to settle in with Stella and Kanika. You head over to Stella and Kanika's table and settle in. You made it. Glad you could join us. Oh, Gretchen. I agree wholeheartedly with Stella. I'm elated that you're back. Did you send my regards to that foul feline? Sorry, Gretchen. I didn't get the chance to tell Frou-Frou about last night. A slight misfortune, but entirely washed away by the joy of your renewed company. Did you just try and talk to Gretchen about Tabitha's cat? It's not the first time. She talked to Gretchen yesterday and said some wildly insightful stuff. If I didn't know better, I'd say she can actually talk to animals. One paranormal mystery at a time, please. Morning, #Heathen. You look tired. I am tired. You can't just tell someone that they look tired. Yeah, the estate isn't the easiest place to get a good 8 hours. I never realized houses could get so windy. Wonder if they have a copy of the Necronomicon? I don't know what that is. And all of those dreadful creatures in every nook and corner. It's a wonder you even got a wink. Yeah, I can only imagine. That place was already falling apart the last time I was there, and it's been years. Gretchen does look stoned. Actually, she is an older pug. My veterinary training is going to take over. And small dogs are notorious for having really bad teeth. And so typically as they get older, you have to keep pulling and pulling teeth, and that's why you'll see old dogs with their tongues sticking out, because their teeth are gone and it doesn't hold it in. Kanika, I can't believe it hasn't been condemned, right? Like, it's literally falling off a cliff. Not that there's anyone here to do the condemning. Anyways, I guess we should get started. Oh! Before I forget, we've got to talk about the photo you sent me this morning. Cat? Kanika, check this out. #Heathen found it in Tabby's garden this morning. Oh yeah, the footprint. Right in line of sight of her room. What in the world is that liquid around it? It looks like pus. Yeah, we said viscera. So, the opossum that lives in my dresser says that 2 people live at the estate. I thought he might not have realized that Pearl Ann died, but I wonder if this is who he was talking about. Tell Stella that I was the one who broke Mr. Jingles. Maybe then she'll finally understand the connection that you and I share. You broke Mr. Jingles? Kanika and Stella silently glance at each other. Yeah, like, the possum? Sure, you talk to the possum. Gretchen wanted me to let you know that she was the one who broke Mr. Jingles. Oh my god, you actually can talk to animals, can't you? What? Mr. Jingles is the name I had for that little snake toy Gretchen had as a pup, which she broke. I kept asking, who broke Mr. Jingles? Like I didn't know it wasn't her. If this is going to be a recurring bit, I might as well play along. Those boots are too big to be Tabitha's. Definitely. Do you think it could be that creep we saw outside of the general store last night? He knew your name, and those boot prints match up with the mining getup. Whoa, apparently I missed a lot last night, huh? You're not talking about Wayne, are you? That guy keeps coming to my mom's tea room. I think there's something really wrong with him. Yeah, we are. I wonder if there's any connection between that guy and what happened in the woods last night. Like what? I mean, I don't have anything specific, but we do have that whole prophecy of impending doom angle to explore, and this photo is weird. I can't stop thinking about those splatters on the ground. If whoever left those prints is sick, maybe it's from the creatures you encountered. Hey there, strangers. And literal stranger. Introduce yourself. Hey, I'm #Heathen, Tabitha's cousin. I'm in town for the funeral. Oh, I should have known you were a Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But that Scarlet resemblance, it's, strong. I'm Oscar Gutierrez, chief librarian and only librarian. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple of shelves of boring books donated by old people. Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs around with. They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I love how there's a capital T on teen. Teen stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. What's the old Maxwell place? It's this great old abandoned spot. We used to hang out there when we were teens. I can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors there were like Swiss cheese. I should really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home. Look at all the capital letters. Why are we capitalizing teens and mischief and ditchlings? Yeah, I guess I'll be worried. I don't like the thought of teens getting up to mischief with all those ditchlings in the woods. Ditchlings? That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of them? They're cryptid, and seeing one's supposed to mean disasters around the corner. Doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna go nab some more books. Books. Oh my god. Behave while I'm gone, Gretchen. Oh, she will. You don't have to worry about her, Stella. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? Here, have a biscuit, old gal. Well, ain't you the sweetest thing on two legs? Gretchen inhales the soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. See? Toothless. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in those woods. If I were you, I would keep my loved ones close in the coming days. I'm gonna be all, like, prophetess as I can be with my mystical trait. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Don't mind #Heathen. She's been hanging out with Stella too much. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Thanks, Kanika. And #Heathen, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad is worried about her? Yeah, me, a random stranger, I'm just gonna go up to some girl and be like, hey, you know your dad's worried about you, right? Maybe I should do that next time I venture out in public. Oh wait, I don't go out in public, it's a motherfucking pandemic. Oh. Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Got him! Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. This game has done one thing wrong. Not enough lines for Gretchen. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. Alright. Got our snacks, our source documents. Let's get this research party started. This is going to be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. Yeah, I'll be doing most of my research online. You never know what kind of weird biases the folks writing those books might have. Yeah, like you don't find biases online. Whatever you find online might be biased too, you know, right? Which is why we cross-reference things. That's a good idea. Yeah, you're right. It's good to cast a wide net. Guess the books are up to me and #Heathen. Reading awaits. Alright, what do we want? We have Veins of Scarlet, a history of the Scarlet Hollow coal mines. We have Silas Scarlet, soldier woodsman leader. We have Appalachian folk monsters. Well, that sounds interesting. And I'm not going to ditch them. So, those are our three choices. We have coal mines, we have Silas Scarlet, and we have Appalachian folk monsters. His doesn't like me being on the phone. Oh, I'm sorry. I think you said that earlier too during, was that the premiere that was earlier? Which one we doing? Veins! And I think Maddie, that's a vote for Veins, but, you know. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars, exacerbated by a short stint serving as captain in the Confederacy, Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest two sons to the bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, to take care of the mine. Under his leadership, the mine prospered, undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country. Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expensive stone buildings, a bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet Estate that was, until 1889, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region, culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918. It was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the deaths of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's eldest son, Theodore, who had taken over for his aging father during the bustle of the war. His brother, Enoch V. Scarlet, managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. So this is how your family made its fortune. Next we have Silas Everett Scarlet, was born to Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818, one of 12 siblings. He grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the Army in 1836. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to a particular ruthlessness, for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin, built by Silas's own two hands, occupied by his family of 10. Silas, his wife, Mary Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. Logging business brought many workers and few landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. And last but certainly not least, Appalachian folk monsters. A few entries catch your eye. Alright, which ones are we doing? We have Wampus Cat, a large cat-like creature with loud howling voice, often said to sound like a woman crying out in pain. We have Tommyknockers knocking at your door. Enigmatic cave-dwelling creatures primarily known for causing mischief. Or Tailipo, a small creature with a long tail and wide yellow eyes. Yeah, 8. 8 children. Jesus. Wampus cats, because Wampus. Okay. Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite the Wampus Cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted it down, and by wearing a bobcat mask, tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of their region from its evil. Others say the creature comes from the story of a woman who wore a pelt of a wild cat to witness forbidden hunting rites. Whew. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt and transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness and serve as a warning to anyone who dares go against tradition. We're doing Tailipo next, because we're doing Tommyknockers last. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick and ran back through its hidey hole and out of sight, leaving only its long black tail shot off by the hunter's rifle. "Guess this'll have to do," he said to his dog, and threw the tail in a pot to cook a soup. He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling them both up. The hunter crawled into bed, satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke up to the sound of long nails scrabbling across the wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumpled spot on the covers where he'd been, and in the gloom he saw 2 big yellow eyes staring at him. "I want my Tailipo," a high, hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. Oh, it's high and hoarse. "I want my Tailipo!" "Go away!" he screamed at the thing. But it stepped closer to him, still shrouded in darkness, the sound of long claws dragging across the hardwood accompanying its movements. "I want my Tailipo!" the creature growled again. "I'll get my dog after you," the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear. But there was no dog to be seen. "I want my Tailipo!" Before the hunter could so much as scream, the creature leapt from the darkness, long claws stretched out towards the hunter. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning, all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney standing alone in the woods. Tommyknockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in the Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are the spirits of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. You're done here. Like a Gretchen. You close the book and put it back. I think I'm all done. Let's check in. Shh. We don't question how anyone knew of the Tailipo monster. It just is a thing. People know. Yeah. Maybe the Tailipo told people. I mean, if I can talk to animals, somebody else probably can. Alright, if we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Kitty! Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Stella quickly slams her book shut. Aw, hey Pixel! You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. Oh, sounds like Tomoko. Pixel, my dear friend, it's been too long. How have you been? Oh, it's Gretchen. Sorry. Oh my god. My apologies. Pixel, my dear friend, it's been too long. How have you been? Hungry? Did Stella bring the good stuff? Haha, don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Oh yeah, snack time. Crunch, crunch. Tomoko cameo, yes. Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our bugs. Yeah, is it still there? It is. Hold on. I have proof. She stole one of my notebook pages. This is what's left of it currently. So, yeah. If they're, like, she doesn't do it to stuff that's, like, on counters and stuff, because she's not allowed up there, but that page must have hit the floor at some point, and she's like, oh, fair game. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Hey Pixel, what do you think about the monsters we saw in the woods? I'm an indoor cat. I don't know nothing about no woods. I just hang out in the library, especially now that our house got haunted. Look, you can say Tomoko did that, but we know she's innocent. What do you think, I chew on paper? No, I don't chew on paper. Pixel says your house is haunted. What's up with that? How did you know? #Heathen is either psychic or she can talk to animals. It's a long story. Just roll with it. We've been living in the library for a bit. It's been great. Way more snacks. Way more scritches. Except sometimes there's too much scritches. Hold up. What kind of haunting are we talking about here? Unexplained noises? Objects appearing in strange and unfamiliar places? Hold that paper back up to your face because it's sure like that rip fit your bite mark. No, it's like, it's ragged. That is not, my teeth aren't pokey. Oh, Oscar, don't get her hopes up like that. Nothing like that, sorry. The floor in my bedroom just keeps seeping blood, and I've seen a strange figure in the hallway a couple of times. Yeah, seeping blood, no big deal. Wait, you've seen a full-body apparition? Can I see it? Well, Stella, it's probably just a dirty pipe or something. But what if it's a ghost? Just send us in. Our team from Phasmophobia will investigate, figure out what it is. We don't get rid of them though. We just identify them and leave. Yep. That must be what it is. I eat paper in my sleep. I have pica. You know. I believe him. I can practically feel the haunting as we speak. Well, we do live in the annex behind the building. Y'all are more than welcome to check it out. Maybe tomorrow night? Yes, we'll be there. Yeah, that sounds like a fun way to spend an evening. Can't wait to get spooked by some creaky pipes. Kanika knows what's up. Why do you let a paper shredder freely walk? Oh my god, English. Why do you let a paper shredder freely wander a library? Why don't you mind your own business? Made me figure out what the goats are, but we don't do anything about them. Is there another team that comes in and clears it out? Well, in that other game, the Ghost Hunters Corp, you actually do have to exercise whenever is in the house, so it's really cool. Have you seen this little guy's face? How could I say no to that? This is the perpetual face that Tomoko has. Just all the time. Resting bitch face. I'll leave Pixel be. The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep. Alright, I better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything. Have you had any luck with Rosalina? Not yet. I knew a teen would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. Well, they don't. Typically, teen means they're in their teen years, so it's happened, like, for a teen amount of years. I hope they do some more work on Ghost Hunters Corp, because it looks like it could be a whole lot of fun. Yeah, the playthroughs that I've seen on that Viking dude's channel have been fine. He hasn't really talked about a whole lot of bugs. I'll probably head out once you're all done and check in on her usual haunts. Stella, what was that you were saying about nuclear incidents? You were talking about that Goldsboro thing, right? Haha, yeah. Apparently in the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up midair and dropped a couple of bombs. Holy shit. Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the 2 bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing detonation was a single electrical switch which failed to trigger on the descent. Holy shit, you're lucky. And 6 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered. Oh, great. Do you know they're doing that in England? There are, like, bombs that people have found, like, in their backyards, or their gardens, I should say. Right. Its conventional explosive disintegrated in midair, but most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. Yep, sounds about right. Sir, did you say they buried it? Do y'all need something dug up? Because if so, I'm your gal. I don't think disarming nuclear bombs is part of our skill set. Absolutely not. Also, Goldsboro is almost 400 miles from here. I think we're good. I'm just saying, you never know with radiation. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. And a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here. You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. Oh, that sounds like the people in Fallout 4. Who were the people that, like, worshipped the nuclear stuff? Shit. I don't remember. I've missed this. You lean in and quietly whisper to Stella and Kanika. Do you guys think there's, like, a cult here? Oh yeah, Children of Adam. Yeah. Those cops were awfully suspicious last night. Really weird combination of being dismissive and trying to pin things on me. I don't know, it just feels like a cover-up. Yeah, that was pretty bad, but I'm not sure they really have it in them to be part of a cult. Definitely. I don't think they're capable of putting in the effort. Yeah, there's totally a cult here. Let's discuss them in order. So about the coal mines here. Kanika visibly shudders. I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevasse. Giggity. What happened after the mine collapse? The book just kind of glosses over that. Oh, there was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past century here. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. No offense or anything. I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still hasn't let the union in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. A union-busting mine collapse from poor working conditions. Color me shocked. Yeah, it's pretty awful. That's what that sculpture out front is for, commemorating all the men and children who died that day. Every kid in Scarlet Hollow learns about the collapse of 1918. Our teachers love to emphasize how many children they had working down there, probably to try and show us all how good we have it or whatever. Low bar, if you ask me. You know, that could be what the ditchlings are warning us about. Another collapse. Writing it down in the list of potential disasters. Oh, look, there's a little penis monster that she drew. Yeesh, Stella, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor market is way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with the kind of safety cutbacks that he pulled. Yeah, Gretchen has seen some shit. Maybe she had some of that tea that we had earlier. Y'all don't think the mine is about to collapse, right? No, I don't think so. Phew, had me worried there for a second. I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought. You never know. You guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. That's what happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spit when they hear your name. He got run out of town on a rail, you know. Oh, that was him. Okay. And that's not a figure of speech. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural of it over on the far wall. That's exactly what we saw. He got off easy, if you ask me. Gretchen has seen God. Have you tried ayahuasca? You'll see God. Ditchlings are warning about a collapse. What if they're coming from the mines? Like, maybe there's some kind of, or sort of subterranean culture the miners accidentally dug up. Not gonna lie at this point, I'd believe that. And God is a penis monster. It certainly took off a bunch of cryptid boxes. That was an impersonation of Fish Doogie, man. I don't remember what his actual screen name is, but it reminded me of Fish something. God, I don't remember. That was so long ago. That was like over 2 years ago. The mines have been active for over 150 years. I'd be surprised if they only managed to dig up something now. You guys seem pretty serious about this, huh? So, Silas Scarlet. Revisionist biography, rich guy in the South. Guess he was a product of a different time. No. Wow, talk about no, not a great dude. I guess let's go with this one. What a revisionist biography. Really glosses over all the war crimes to paint a picture of a self-made man. Yeah, it's a perfect example of why you should use multiple sources for your research instead of trusting the first thing you read on a subject. Yep, dude was a monster. Sorry you're related to him, right? Retribution. It's not a no. Do I think he's relevant? Maybe. Do you think the ditchlings are here for retribution? Well, that seems tenuous. Assuming Kanika's mom is right, they're here as an omen, not because they're going to do something themselves. War crimes. Yeah, he was the one involved in the Indian Wars. And I think we know how I feel on the matter. Yeah, let's talk about the folk monsters. Wampus cats actually sound like they could be mountain lions. Voiced like a woman crying out, somewhere between person-sized and cat-sized. Definitely, they are 100% mountain lions. Kanika, you know there are no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. Oh, Stella, one of these days you'll trust us. But their myths are old, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct in the Appalachians that long ago. Those legends just haven't died off yet. Almost every cryptid can be tracked down to either a hoax or someone getting confused about a perfectly normal animal, sometimes both. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank. Then folks saw bears walking around in their hind legs and got freaked out, and now here we are. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of a Bigfoot. Oh, okay. If you manage that, I will print out a piece of paper that says Bigfoot isn't real and I will literally eat it. I promise. See? Kanique is the one that eats paper, not me. I'm holding you to that. Do you think Wayne is a Tommyknocker? Maybe he's the ghost of a dead miner. There's something seriously wrong with the guy, and we should definitely look into it, but I don't think he's a ghost. Yeah, ghosts tend to be tied to a specific place, though maybe he's haunting the whole town. He's not a ghost because ghosts aren't real. I've also seen him, like, touch stuff. Hold on. This blanket. I'm stuck on the blanket. What is going on? Got too much crap shoved on my chair. There we go. Huh. My mom used to tell me that Taily-Po story back when I was little. I can't believe I forgot that one. It scared me so bad, I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try and dig it out of my stomach if I did. I love that one. There's this old chimney in the woods that I used to think was the chimney from Taily-Po. The one that was left after the thing did whatever it did. Now, I know it's just because chimneys don't burn down, and wooden houses do. That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Taily-Po. I've camped out there a couple of times and seen some pretty spooky stuff. Yeah, I watched that video. You saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge. Ah! What happened? I accidentally right-clicked. Same? Same? Sure. Let's move on. Yeah, we should help look for Rosalina. If there's a missing kid in town, that's probably way more important than whatever else we'd be doing. Just to clarify, I don't think she's missing. She's just out with her friends and ignoring her poor old man. Not that I don't appreciate your concern. I don't even know where we'd look aside from the old Maxwell place. What do teens even like to do these days? Casey Panic? No, they didn't put a knife on the changing table. My god, that's hilarious. You don't have to worry about checking up on her there. I'm going there myself once I finish shelving. Just let me know if you run into her while you're out. There's an awful lot of mine-related stuff in my notes. Maybe that should be our next stop. We can poke around, find out if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you're suggesting we go to question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right? Oh yeah, totally, 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good, let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I promise, Sneaks, we're just going to question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I am not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. And hey, maybe we'll luck out and run into Rosalina while we're looking around. Okay, good. And hopefully we can find out what happened to Wayne while we're at it. I suppose it's no use resisting the threads of fate. We were always going to wind up in the mines. Well, that's kind of ominous. Yeah, good vibe. I'm a little worried about Tabitha. She's not exactly going to be thrilled to see us snooping around the mines. We can be sneaky. I'll make sure to be a good lookout. She'll never even know we were there. Look at us, going out on a caper together. I missed this. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store I didn't realize how much I missed being able to, hang out with you. there's a cat. A wild kitty has appeared. Hi, Tomoko. Yes, you can actually be up here on this game because I'm only using the mouse. Get your butt out of my face, yo. Jesus. Nobody wants your butt in their face. Though there is something missing. Reese. Reese has like a broken foot or something, doesn't he? I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? No, I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad. That poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet #Heathen. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. What? What are you scared of? That's my phone. You'll be fine, I promise. Hell yeah, let's do it. How can I love you fully if I can't put my butt in your face, Mom? Alright, let's roll out. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep y'all posted. Reese's home stands at the edge of a forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness. Reese, it's Stella. I brought some buddies, too. Shh, not so loud. He's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Lovely. Sorry, Mama's switching out her drinks for water. Is that okay? Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Why are we asking like we're 8 years old? Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. What a bitch. Oh no, poor Reese. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and #Heathen would get along super well, too. Hi, I'm #Heathen, Vivian's kid. I know who you are. The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks makes you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing at all. Yes, it is Tomoko time. Right. What? Goober. She has her ears back. Reese's mom turns back to the house, sighing. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both of you too. She sighs again, as if deciding whether to finish her thought. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, #Heathen. That would be great. I can bring a side dish. Maybe deviled eggs? Does he still eat those? No, eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You could leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. She sounds a little overbearing. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yeah, fine. You can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home. Oh, fuck you. She might cheer him up. You know they have those therapy dogs in hospital. No dogs. Why, I never! The absolute gall! Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. God, that woman makes me so nervous. I remember she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed out about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it'll just be the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of us going up there without the van. Cool. I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, #Heathen. What, my baby? Why are you glaring at me? She's like, shut up, Mom. Usually don't talk this long. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. No, we're gonna go with Gretchen. Either way works for me. Alright, Stella, what is actually up with you and cars? The mines have got to be a ways off, right? Don't worry about it, #Heathen. There's a lot of junk in my van. It gets a little tight with more than 2 people. I'm gonna walk with Stella, because she has Gretchen. I'll walk with Stella. We'll meet you there. Yes, Kitty is demanding attention. Right. What's that smell? Spoiled rotten kitty! Yeah, that's you. That's you. You smell like spoiled rotten kitty. The woods are calm and serene compared to last night, though you can't help but get the feeling that danger lurks just beyond the trees. Hey, thanks for coming along with us. With Gretchen and me, I mean. I hope I haven't seemed too cold about everything that happened last night. The truth is that I'm barely keeping myself together. I just don't know how to let it all out. Duke died out there last night, and I can't stop thinking that it might have been my fault. If only I died for the flashlight. If only I didn't drag you along into the woods. Stella, whatever happened last night, you did nothing wrong. I just wish she could understand that. She's such a good girl. Stella pauses, searching for what to say. It's like there's this guilt boiling under my skin, but the only way I can process what happened is by turning off the part of me that feels things. When I'm around other people, it's like I think of Duke dying as just a thing that happened, like it's part of another video. I have petitioned the creators of this game for a game based solely around Gretchen. Nice. Because if I actually admit to other people that I feel something, then I'd have to admit to myself that what happened is my fault. I'm not gonna blame her. What happened happened, and we can question our decisions and blame ourselves for what happened until the cows come home, or we can move forward together. Thanks, #Heathen. You're right. I should be better at taking my own advice. I'm glad we could talk about this, though. I can't imagine what it'd be like to go through something like last night alone. The conversation comes to a dramatic halt, with you, Stella, and Gretchen all whirling around to face the source of the sound. A bird! Let me at it! I can get it! Back off, dog! This is my stick! Whoa, calm down, girl. It's just a bird. Yeah, the same probably goes for the 2 of us. I guess we're a little on edge. Let's hurry to the mine. It shouldn't be much farther. Kanika casually leans against her van as you and Stella emerge from the woods. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Hey. Y'all have a good walk? Yeah, it was great. I mean, Not that you were missing out or anything. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? No. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we just go talk to people? That's an awesome face. This needs to be in the thumbnail for this episode. I guess so. I should probably be on the lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. Oh god. I wonder if she got, like, in trouble for, like, investigating there. For cryptids. Tabitha? Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. Oh, you're just gonna steal my hand then? And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. What can I say? I thrive in the limelight. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. One of us. One of us. If Stella's on lookout duty, and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? You know those cheesy rom-coms where someone wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance rig in the back of your van that I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about? Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends, and pretty much all of the miners shop at the general store. I don't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know? It's probably for the best, #Heathen. You're good, Kanika. I've got this. You'll do great. Okay, maybe that should be in the thumbnail. Here's those earbuds I mentioned earlier. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's headed your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Aw, thanks. I miss this too. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey! Can you hear us? Try saying something. Something. Stella and Kanika chuckle on the other end of the line. Alright, cool. Nothing to do now but enter the worksite. Enter. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. I'm in. It's like the hacker. Alright, Morpheus, there it is. Good to know. Approach the nearest group of miners. You approach the nearest group of miners, a blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and a long-haired older man. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison, Davis, and Zax. You got a reason to be bothering us? Hey, I'm Tabitha's cousin. The miners straighten up, suddenly very serious. Sorry, I didn't know. I thought you were maybe one of them environmentalists or... Yeah, sorry for any trouble. How can we help? Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. Knew? He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. What happened to him? The miners shift for a moment, uncomfortably glancing at one another. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, He's gone. That's all that matters. Well, no, he's not. Press him. What happened to him? What do you think you are? Some sort of cop? Just tell me what happened. Fuck off. Jesus. Hey, Zax, come on, man. No, I've been here decades longer than you, and I know bait when I see it. Let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways. Sorry. The miners pack up their things and leave. Maybe I shouldn't have said I was Tabitha's cousin. Approach another group of miners. Before you can reach the miners, you're struck by an intense feeling. You recognize the hollow terror as the same thing you felt last night when you set eyes on that awful man in the miner's jacket. Excuse me? Oh, it's Wayne. What does he have on his head? You shouldn't be up here. It's dangerous. Danger zone! What are you? Flesh and blood, much like yourself. You don't have to be afraid of me. Really? 'Cause you're kind of creepy. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. All I ask of you. Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey, #Heathen, are you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Wayne got the jump on me. Whoa, I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? Whatever he is, I don't think he's human. I hate to say it, but with how the call went to static, what if he's a ghost? Like, actually a ghost. You hate to say it, Stella, I don't think anything would make you happier than Wayne being a ghost. Also, ghosts aren't real. Hey now, just because I want ghosts to be real doesn't mean I want this ghost harassing #Heathen. He told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week, that I'd be safe there. Why would he tell me that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right? The plot thickens. Wayne trying to make me leave just means that we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Whoa, so brave. Much wow. Heck yeah, #Heathen, we've got your back. Thanks, Stella. Approach another group of miners. Hey there, can we help you with something? Do any of you know a man named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? He's been following me. Oh, thank God. Everyone thought he was dead. Now hold on. Creepy doesn't sound exactly like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? The name on his jacket, Wayne, just like yours says Smith. So do all of our jackets, but if I switch with Isaac's, that doesn't make me Isaac's. No, it's gotta be him. There's no way he's dead. You really think he's running around town, creeping on strangers, and ignoring his friends and coworkers? Seems more likely to me that someone took care of him, so to speak, and is running around in his clothes. Okay, so somebody killed him and is now just running around in his clothes. Maybe that's why he had like a veil thing over his head, although it looked like a plastic bag. The miners stand in silence for a moment, considering what they've just heard. That's not possible. That's ridiculous. This is messed up. But who would do something like that? I don't know. Why don't you ask his girlfriend? Girlfriend? Yikes, do you think? No way. Just saying, he wasn't exactly the first fella to fall for her charms. Lots of heartbreak in that woman's history. Lots of jilted ex-lovers, if you catch my drift. Dang, who are they talking about? I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Who was Wayne seeing? Whoa now. If you don't know, there's no way I'm poking that wasp nest. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be next on the chopping block. Press 'em. Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as is. I've got mouths to feed. Hold on, I need a drink. Losing their jobs, and in Sam Wayne's case, disappearing. What? Is it a ghost? Do we have a ghost? Or did Daddy just go to the bathroom and you're freaking out? Yeah. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. Yeah, tell me, Isaacs. Oh. Should we check in? Just as a heads up, the only group I still see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a heads up if Tabitha comes out. Let's do it anyway. I want to try to talk to one last group of miners. Brave. Good luck. Going around asking questions, huh? You don't look like you're from the inspector's office. What can you tell me about Sam Wayne? Oh ho ho, he got himself into trouble, didn't he? Why, you seen him around? What's that young buck up to? I've heard from some of the other folks in camp that he had a nasty spat with his ex and disappeared not long after. Ha! You mean the boss? Far as I know, that never ended. Tabitha's the ex? Holy shit! Or as Evan said, oh heck! Stella audibly gasps. Yeah, I figured he just ran off to live in that big old mansion with his belle. The thought of a strapping young man like himself with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. Oh my god, gross! As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed up the slightest bit of intentions in you, or interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. But I suppose this begs the question, did she run him off, or did some jealous sumbitch oust him? Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Yep. Dang. I figured that's what they were getting at, but it's weird to hear it out loud. You good, Stella? Yeah, I just had no idea. Have you noticed anything strange around here lately? All kinds of weird stuff happens in these hills. What sort of weird do you mean? What do we ask about? Weird animal sightings, noises from the woods, knocking in the mines, or people getting sick? Yeah, she is pretty sour-faced. Huh. Come on, boys. Hold out. I think I'm partial to the weird animal sightings, but people getting sick. Okay. People getting sick? I mean, some of the older miners, sure, but I wouldn't call that unusual. Oh, we get to ask about everything. Okay. We'll do any noises from the woods? All the time. Howling, screaming, all sorts of fiendish caterwauling. Probably just screech owls and bobcats, you old coot. Might be, might not be, but I heard something the other night that sent the fear of God shivering down my spine, I tell you. Yeah, I saw what made that noise. Pale, hairless, and horribly misshapen with little twisted up faces. One might call them penis monsters. The two men stare at you, a look of disquiet in their eyes. I ain't never heard of anything like that up here. Damn, that almost sounds like a ditchling. My grandma used to tell me stories about them when I was a kid. Wow, I guess it's not just my mom. Any weird animal sightings? I'm sighting an animal on my desk. It's a tomoko. A wild tomoko. She's not paying attention to me. She's mad because she wants to lay in my hand, but that's the hand with the mouse, so it keeps moving. I saw a raccoon with a big old tumor last week. Spooked me something awful. That's nature for you, not always pretty. That wasn't a tumor, it was an egg. There are these things in the woods laying eggs in the animals. I knew it. I knew there was something weird about that raccoon. I believe it. There are things out in them woods nobody's ever seen before. It's still wild country, even if we've carved it into pieces. I know I, for one, ain't going near them trees until some scientist folks come and sort out whatever's going on out there. Maybe I should cash in some sick days and go see my cousins in Nashville, just to be on the safe side. Have you heard any knocking in the mines? You asking us if we heard the Tommy knockers? 'Cause we have. We're old-timers. All us who was here before the machine got brought in know the Tommy knockers. What a nuisance. Always stealing my hammers. Well, they steal things? It's true. Had a pickaxe stolen, too. And when you heard knocking coming from one of the old tunnels, it was enough to make a man pray. Looks like I figured out what they do, or what to do for my next video. You better not be thinking of going into those old mine shafts alone. I could always use a partner in crime. I'm gonna wind up down there with you, aren't I? That's all on that front. Sure. So what do you think of Tabitha? The two men uncomfortably shift for a moment. Not the kindliest woman I ever met. Well, that's putting it mildly. She runs the place, all right. Tell that to all the boys she's been laying off lately. Oh. Keep going around saying that, and see how long you're one of them boys. Or until you're one of them boys. All I have to say is, a mine that's doing well doesn't go around laying off its workers for no reason. I'm not so sure any of us are going to have jobs in a few years. Tate, you're a damn fool. You're going to be next if you keep up that kind of talk. #Heathen, I think we got a problem. Hi! What the hell are you doing here? Oh, crap. Good luck. Sorry, Hashtag. And that's our cue. Pardon us. You shouldn't be here. This place is dangerous. Why can't you just stay in the estate and stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? And what is this ridiculous thing doing in your ears? Are you trying to record my employees? Are you trying to record me? Tabitha snatches the earbuds out of your ears and throws them to the ground. Typical phone-addicted city dweller. Ugh. Gah. And I have a meeting in 5 minutes. I can't even drive you back. Okay, look. I don't want you wandering anywhere else. Just stay here for an hour. I can take you back to the estate as soon as my meeting wraps up. Can you please do that for me? So, you were dating Sam Wayne. What happened to him? Excuse me? I'm not dating anybody. I don't even know a Sam Wayne. Whoever's been telling you this is clearly trying to spread rumors to hurt my character. Who said that? I want names. No. No. Lies beget more lies. Last night you said you didn't know him. Now you're calling him an employee? Which is it? Do you know how many people a mine like this employs? Well over 100. Do you honestly expect me to remember everyone that works for me at the drop of a hat in the middle of the night? I'm sure you think you've caught me in some earth-shattering contradiction, but I promise that you didn't. I need to get to my meeting. Just stay here until I come and get you, and do not move a muscle. Tabitha rushes off to her meeting. You stoop to the ground and pick up Kenesha's earbuds. Sorry I wasn't able to give you a better warning. You good? Yeah, I'm good. You're interrupted by a sudden movement at the corner of your eye. Oh, that looks like Rosalind. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Or Rosalina, that's it. Wait, really? What is she doing here? Kids will be kids, am I right? No, I'm going after her before she gets hurt. Right behind you, Neeks. Probably a good idea. You rush over the hill and get your bearings, the sounds of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point towards a nearby mine. Something about the mine feels wrong, as though a cold anger lies burning inside, sucking the life from the surrounding hills. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago, after a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. Hey, remember all those bad feelings I got last night? This place feels straight up cursed. I mean, like Kanisha said, a lot of people died down there. There's a lot of spooky history to this place. For all we know, maybe all that death left some kind of mark down there. Okay, just because a bunch of people died in there doesn't mean it's cursed. Come on, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if it means I have to go underground. Whoa, are you sure, Neeks? #Heathen and I can handle this on our own. Oh, big yawn. Oh, big stretch. What are you doing? You're just gonna sit there? Can you even see her? No. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I hate the thought of other people being trapped down there even more. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. No, I'm just gonna follow Kanika and Stella. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected. The air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? Well, I certainly can't say I'm one for dark and stuffy places. This seems much more suited for a cat, if I do say so myself. Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners, or should I say the miners. Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead child laborers while walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some good footage, part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers, did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine, hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Stella pauses as sound rushes overhead. Oh my god, what was that? The mine's gonna collapse and we're all gonna die down here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. Longingly? That's just how wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Yes, there are probably dangerous particulates here. Like local wildlife, for instance. Bats! Stella turns her flashlight up towards the alcove ahead. Say, what's the big idea? Yeah, we was sleeping here. Shut that light off, you nosy bastards. I'm so sorry for my companions. Stella means well, I assure you. Those guys got me real good last time I was here. I'm sure you're quite worried about me after my behavior last night, #Heathen, but let that interaction be assurance that my temper is most wholly under control. I wouldn't dare venture away from the safety of my Stella's arms in a horrible place like this. Oh my god, there are bats down here? I'm gonna get rabies, aren't I? I'm gonna get rabies and die in a mind collapse. You holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Kanika stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. Okay, what was that? That was death. Of that, I'm certain. That was? I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? That was a warning. We'd best move swiftly before we anger the spirits in this place. Whoa, you don't think it's Tommyknockers, do you? Okay, no, Tommyknockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant, sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now that wasn't Tommyknockers. It came from this way. Follow me. Follow Stella. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. A group of teens turns and stares at you with annoyance. What the hell are you all doing in here? What the hell are you doing in here, you creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. What a bitch. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon? What are you, 5? I'm 15, you loser. Who even are you? Hey, I'm #Heathen, Tabitha's cousin. Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to worry. Why the hell do you think hanging out in an old mine would be a good idea? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? Because no one usually comes in here. Duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you, and he's really not asking for much. Don't you kids have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break. And we're not kids. Yes, you are. Yeah, we're teens. Well, you still look like a bunch of kids to me. Did you guys seriously sneak into an abandoned coal mine to drink canned margaritas? Oh my god, is that what they have? We're barely drinking. It's not a big deal. Rosalina, you're 13, and I know the rest of you aren't much older. Young pups these days, absolutely no respect for their elders. Whoa, y'all are way rowdier than I ever was at your age. How did you even get a hold of that much booze? The teens avoid eye contact. Miles tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh no. I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. It sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You're supposed to be minding the store. It's not like anyone even comes in on Tuesdays and Mom's there, so it's fine. I start uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. It is, in fact, incredibly irresponsible. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you could have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could steal this? Or if he could see this? Stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine? Dad's dead, Kanika, but if he were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Nothing ever happens in this town. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us? I'd love to sort this out, but can we maybe not do it in a coal mine? Yeah, don't try to twist this around on your sister. You're down here drinking with kids as young as 13. That's messed up. Whatever. Hey, don't talk about us like we aren't here. Yeah, we can hear you. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point. We're perfectly capable of taking care of ourselves.
Amazon order was placed today. It has
Alexa, stop. Good night, Z. Have a good one. Sorry, we were interrupted by my echo. We're perfectly capable of taking care of ourselves. We don't need a bunch of sad 20-somethings tell us where we can be or what we can do. Sad 20-somethings? Hey, I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? My Stella can't possibly be sad with me around. How absolutely rude. These pups need to learn some manners. And it has been shipped. Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. Anyway, my dad is actually a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this area because there wasn't enough coal left. Not because it was dangerous or anything, so we can hang out here anytime we want. Becca's dad is right, though. Check out how sturdy this place is. Jesus. The teen with a beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? One of these days I'll find a real Tommy knocker. Oh my god, Zane, cutting out. Jumping up to hit stuff is extremely 8th grade. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart, too. All of you quiet. This is serious. This isn't just a question of having fun. Miles, you could get into big trouble if anyone found out what you've done. I hope this is the first time, but it is definitely the last. Let's get out of here before there's a cave-in or someone gets tetanus. Yeah, I hope it collapses on them, right? Aw, Kanika. You don't have to end their little party. We know Rosalina's safe. We can just stick around and keep an eye on them. And we can look for ghosts while we're at it. One of us could pop out of here real quick and text Oscar to let him know that Rosalina is just out with her friends. You're just saying that to seem cool so we stop making fun of your YouTube channel. That's not true. But I also think it's okay for teens to make bad decisions sometimes. Anyways, Rosalina isn't going anywhere. She's better off here than at home. Yeah, tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. Yeah, we've been living in the library for the past couple weeks. Dad says we can't stay in our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. Oh no, this is about your house being haunted, isn't it? No. Oh my god, did my dad tell you that? Yeah. Why did you say it like that? It's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Oscar actually invited us to check it out when we saw him earlier today. It could make for a fun, non-abandoned coal mine related activity, just throwing that out there. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it, like I'm still a little kid. There's nothing wrong with being a kid. She's 13. Teens aren't kids. That's just like a fact. And she's really mature and smart for her age. She's practically an adult. Oh my god. Alexis, aren't you 14? Ugh. Triggered her again. That's still a kid too. None of you even have bank accounts. You're all kids. Rosalina's not that mature anyway. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still pork chop, you know. I rest my case. I'm sure he's doing his best to protect you. From what? Even if ghosts were real, what would they even do? Yell boo in your face? Yeah, that's real scary. Totally justifies living in an old dusty library. Yo, we should break in and like Ghostbust it or something. Ghost facers! Oh my god, Zane, you can't Ghostbust if there is no ghost! Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't, like, break into her old house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house and tell Stella Ghostbust your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There's no ghost. Okay, we're getting off track here. Whether there's a ghost in Esther's house is a question for another time when we're not in immediate danger. And to ruin everyone's fun, the answer is probably no, there is no ghost. Now I'm going to drag my shithead brother back home and suggest you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any one of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear! Then what was it? Come on, Stella, didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommyknockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. Stella! I know, but weird stuff's been happening all around here for the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Yeah, this Kanika is intelligent, right? Do you have no sense of self-preservation? If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Are you kidding me? Tagging along with some olds to get jump scared by shadows and freak each other out? No thanks. Good, because we're not doing it. Nobody's going deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. We're all leaving. Please, before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Wait a second. Where'd 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and, like, I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Oh, hey, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Oh, no. No. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. It's probably for the best, dear. Becca's head pops out from the tunnel's entrance. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here a million times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Stop treating us like kids. Whatever. Come on, you two. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think we can catch up with them if we just follow their voices. Do you want to take these 2 out of here while #Heathen and I track them down, Neeks? Look, I know I made a bit of a fuss about not liking this place, but I'm not about to leave you two down here alone. What if something bad happens and I'm not here for it? Or what if you run into something totally normal down here and you think it is a ghost and I miss out on my chance to figure out what it actually is? If I don't escort you two knuckleheads out of here myself, can I trust you to actually leave and go home? Yeah, sure. I could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. There's so much edge going on with Zane. We have the marijuana cap. And then we have Bugs Bunny flipping people off, I think. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyways, and the service down here sucks. Good, now go. Miles and Zane quietly head back towards the entrance. Alright, let's get this over with. There's no way around it. I can feel the depths call out to us, and we are destined to answer their call. Please save the spooky one-liners from when we're someplace that isn't here. We can get coffee at Winnie's once we're all out of here. My treat. You and Kanika exchange a glance as Stella ventures forward. Venture deeper into the mine. I'm gonna need a little less edge on that, yes. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. But Becca, why are we doing this again? We could get in so much trouble for this. We're doing this because I'm not about to take life advice from a YouTuber and a dropout. Whoa, that is so uncalled for. I didn't drop out. I'm going back to vet school as soon as my family doesn't need me here. Vet school! Rock on, Kanika! I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. Yeah. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice. Meat Rice? And I make plenty from ads and donations. Oh man, I wish they were gossiping about me. What? Yikes. Are you okay, Kanika? Yeah, it's fine. I just can't believe we have to deal with that Becca girl slandering us while we're sticking our necks out for her. God, I hate her. Normally I'd say she's just a kid, but wow, she doesn't have an uncanny ability to go right for the jugular. Dang, Stella, Meat Rice? That's a big deal. They're like on every big podcast. Thank you, thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I am so proud of you, Stella. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. Yep. Yeah, I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff stung. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts, followed by another, followed by another. Oh my god, the teens were right. I did get jump scared. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? Yeah, it's not just you. Okay, that knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosalina. It's just mine sounds. Did you guys see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. I saw it. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. Holy crap. Are we sure we're going to meet up with them? I mean, we're still able to hear their voices. At the very least, we're all still heading in the same direction. What did they see? Tommy knockers. Tommy knockers aren't real. But there's a reason people think they make those sounds. And it's not a coincidence that the whole Tommyknocker myth is tied to mine collapses. Those poor kids. Is it too mean to call it karma? They've been making fun of us all night. At least now we'll probably be able to actually get them to leave. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. Oh, meat rice isn't a real thing? Gee, wonder why. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. That'll hold us. And in the darkness beyond, you can still hear the youths, their panicked arguing echoing down the pitch-black corridors. Mystical. The pit radiates rage, a white-hot anger. It calls to you, desperate to be witnessed, pulling you forward. Lord, tell me we aren't going down into that deep dark hole. It don't smell right. Well, it looks like the only way forward is that pit, and it sounds like there's somewhere down there. I've never been this far in. It looks like a death trap. Are you sure we should go down there? No. You can wait up here, Neeks. I don't think I can climb down and hold Gretchen. Alright, I'm not going to argue with that. That ladder looks older than all of us combined. Good luck. Alright, let's do this. Oh, Gretchen. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins the climb down. I've got my paws crossed for you two. Stay safe, #Heathen. Follow Stella. You walk to the ladder and climb down. I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? I thought you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry. I don't want to be down here anymore. Gretchen deserves better. What? Oh, deserves better than being in a mine? Yeah. I think it was actually this way. Oh, shut up. No one even wanted you to come with us anyway. Holy shit, Becca. Becca! Yeah, they're close, alright. It sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companion, sounds odd, distant. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. If you find yourself stepping towards the black chamber before you, compelled by some unnatural force. Hey, are you alright, #Heathen? Stella reaches for your shoulder, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Ooh, what is that? What? You said we wouldn't use this shipment. You know it's compromised. We couldn't afford to wait on new wood, Charles. Charles. We had to go ahead with it. This is back in the day. Oh, they used bad wood. It's still sturdy enough, it'll get the job done. Oh. #Heathen. #Heathen, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you just conked out. She's okay, Kanika. Thank God. Okay, don't move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you're still recovering from whatever that was. Kanika and I are going to go get you help. We'll be back soon, I promise. Oh, you're just gonna leave me? In a mine? Really? Don't die on me, alright? You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues. now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridors. Becca, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way. If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go. Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Pick a side, Alexis. Not you. I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She wouldn't just lie. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you, can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. As you settle more into your senses, Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left. She's out of breath, and it looks like she's been crying. I'm so sorry I snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. This place, at least part of it, is coming apart. Becca and Alexis are still down there. We can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Please, they don't want to die. Oh, which one do I pick? I don't know. I kind of want to go after Becca and Alexis, but then I'm worried like we're just gonna die. I'll let you guys tell me what you think. That's fucked up. Yep. Show is. Ugh. The arms on this chair keep coming loose. Fuck Becca and Alexis. They insulted YouTubes without sponsorships. Oh, man. But I'm also worried maybe they'll die. Okay, I think majority is screw Becca and Alexis then. Oh, God. Okay, we're gonna take Rosalina and leave. You reach towards Rosalina. The mine is coming apart, Rosalina. We can't go after them. What if they don't make it? Rosalina, we've got to go. Rosalina hesitates for a moment. Alexis, Becca, the way out is this way. If you just follow my voice, you'll be able to make it out.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Okay. Okay, let's go. She grabs your hand and the two of you start climbing. You push your body to move as quickly as it can, though you're slowed down by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mine. Becca, Alexis, can you still hear me? The knocking drowns out Rosalina's desperate shouts as the two of you crawl closer and closer to the entrance. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I left you guys. The knocking is deafening now, as if someone were trying to break through the walls with fists of iron. Continue towards the entrance. You continue to push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. I'm so sorry. Push through. And there it is. Freedom! Yeah, sorry, I don't know that one. You and Rosalina manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Alexis. Not you. Do you think the other two... Maybe they got out. It's possible, right? Maybe there's another entrance or something? Or maybe they're still alive in there? Oh God. I'm so sorry. Rosalina, are you okay? Your dad's on his way. He should be here any minute. Oh, shut up. You guys voted into it. I was just following my audience. I'm so sorry. I came as soon as I heard that crash. What the hell are you three doing here? I thought I'd give you very specific instructions, #Heathen. Stay in one place while I finish my meeting. I was only gone for like an hour, and here you are at the site of what looks like a deadly mine collapse. Tabby, come on. It's not #Heathen's fault. Stella is right. If this is anyone's fault, it's yours. You have an abandoned mine on your property that was barely even boarded up. It was only a matter of time until something like this happened. Hey, peer pressure is not only for teens, by the way. Are we fighting? If these two kids in there are dead, their blood is on your hands, Tabitha Scarlet. There are kids in there. I'm gonna have to deal with their parents, aren't I? Yeah, that really should be where your concern is. Plus, I think if we went for those kids, I don't know if we would have made it out then. I hate dealing with parents. Also, how dare you? It's not like I put up a big neon sign saying, cool place for teens to hang. It's clearly not safe. Says the kid killer. That's me, kid killer. You three were up here with them. Why didn't you do something to get them out of there? Well, that's what we were fucking trying to do. Yeah, we're probably the reason that there's only 2 kids in there instead of 5. At least you're alive. And thanks for stopping things from being even worse, I guess. What a heartfelt apology. Come on, guys. Arguing like this isn't gonna help those kids. I know it. I know it can feel cathartic to point fingers and yell, but it doesn't actually do anything. You're right. I'm going back to camp. I'll be back with some men. And they can start digging. I'll call Earl. It takes a bit of time, but eventually Tabitha arrives with men and a machine to start digging through the rubble. You, Stella, and Kanika take a quiet moment to yourselves as the others get to work. I can't believe you left me down there. Do you think Becca and Alexis are going to be okay? There were survivors in the last collapse. I left them down there. Don't say that. If you didn't pull Rosalina out when you did, you all might have wound up buried down there. I think you did the right thing. Well, at least Stella has my back. Your vision. I think I hallucinated while down there. As soon as I saw that carving, I saw weird flashes, and when I came to, I could have sworn I saw shadows in the corners of the chamber. What if it was some sort of a vision? What? No. #Heathen's probably right. Auto-suggestion is a thing. I don't know, Neeks. #Heathen had, like, a seizure. Next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because she passed out or had a seizure doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggestion. Well, that's fine. Stella's a YouTuber, and I'm gonna go hang out with her and play games with her then, if y'all are ditching me, so thanks. Everything that happened down there centered around that main chamber where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Maybe you weren't entirely off base about the cult stuff you mentioned earlier today, but this thing felt old. I saw something down there, like the shadows of dead miners. They were right behind Stella just before you two left. Did you guys not see them? Whoa, I didn't see anything other than you and that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, and I couldn't see anything down in that pit, but you might have just been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Stella. Are you sure those were Tommyknockers? Depends on what you mean by sure. Is anyone really sure of anything? They fit the description pretty well, and I don't know what else they'd be. It's fine, still easy YouTuber. Right? She's gotta be trustworthy. I have no idea what happened in there. I need to do some reading on mind collapses, I guess. Return. I'm not gonna blame them for leaving me. Ditchlings. Something's telling me that this was only the beginning of our ditchling problem. I can't imagine how much worse this could get. This is all still a little too magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern. If you can't trust a YouTuber, who can you trust? I don't know. Right? What happens now? Hey guys, I don't think she's quite ready to talk yet. What happened down there? Rosalina made it out of there because she stood up for herself. You should be proud. She's a good kid, Oscar. Thanks. She's okay, Oscar. I made sure of that. Thank you, HashtagHeathen. I just wish I could have kept her from going in there in the first place. If I just paid closer attention to her, maybe none of this would have happened and those kids wouldn't have been down there. No. I can't help but feel like it was my responsibility to prevent this, and I blew it. Yeah, you're being way too hard on yourself. You can't be expected to predict and prevent accidents. You're only human. She's right, Oscar. As a former reckless teen, and as a current reckless adult, yeah, there's not much you can do about a situation like this. I suppose you're all right. I am just human. I could be a better human, though. I think we all can. Have you met the kids Rosalina hangs out with? Yeah, Rosalina's lived here since she was 2, so she basically grew up with them. They're a little older than her, and yeah, they get into some trouble, but I didn't think they were bad kids or anything. No, I don't think they're bad, really. They're always so polite to me, especially that Alexis. Gosh, that poor girl. Always acted like a dog somebody had kicked. Oh. She did seem like she was just trying to impress Becca. And now she's in there. It's not right. It's gonna be okay, Oscar. None of them deserve this. It's not fair that such bad things can happen to kids so young. Just not fair. There's something terrible in that mine. I think it was Tommyknockers. I can't believe they're actually real, but I got some footage of the knocking on my phone. They must have been furious that we went down there. Yes, Gretchen hasn't gotten a word in edgewise. This is all my fault. She's been so angry with me. If I'd just been able to provide more stability, she wouldn't be doing things like this, putting herself in danger. I'm not gonna blame the haunted house. I think Rosalina's been trying to get away from the whole haunted house situation. I can't say I blame her. Well, I guess I'll let Stella do it. You have to understand that I'm not making it up. Something is in that house. We believe you, Oscar. Kanika. I couldn't let it hurt her, and since I didn't know how to get rid of it, I set up a back room at the library for us. Just until I could figure out how to fix things. I know she hates it, but I thought it would be better for her. Instead, it just drove her away, staying with friends, not checking in, and now this. It's all because of that house. And because of me. Because I haven't been able to fix this. I just wish she could understand. I'll put the spirit to rest. We can perform a seance tomorrow night. Yes, let's do it. Yeah, we'll do whatever it takes, Oscar. Well, this is a shocking turn of events. But sure, I'm into. Thanks, you guys. That really means a lot. I shouldn't have kept this to myself, but I was so afraid of seeming ridiculous. Dad, you must be so mad at me. Oh, Rosa, no. Of course I'm not mad at you. Do you think that maybe they got out? Maybe there's another exit somewhere? Rosalina. I should have pushed back harder. I knew the way out. I should have made them come with me. I just don't want them to be dead. I'm so sorry, Dad. You don't have to be sorry. You're alive and you're safe. Great. Seance, sure. We couldn't have gone back for them, right? We wouldn't have made it out if we went back. No. Yeah, we wouldn't have made it if we went back for them. They don't deserve to be down there. Why should I have made it out when they didn't? This isn't about what people deserve, Rosa. You have no idea how grateful I am that you're still here. It's not fair, Dad. It's just not fair. I know, Rosa. I know. But I think the best thing you can do for your friends right now until we get them out of there is to enjoy the life you have. I know I haven't made that easy for you. I know you've been frustrated with the choices I've made. But I'm going to do what it takes to move us back into our house. We're going to have a good life again, Rosa. I'm sorry I didn't do this sooner. I'm sorry this is what it took. Dad. We're on the case. We'll be okay, I promise. I'm going to take her home. I guess we'll see the three of you tomorrow. And thank you, #Heathen. You have no idea how much I appreciate what you did for Rosalina. As Oscar and Rosalina leave, your cousin exhaustedly saunters over to you. All right, #Heathen, my men are set up to start digging. We're going back to the estate. Now, hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss, in private? Oh, shit. I'm in shit with fucking Earl. Okay, fine. Just make it quick. And don't you dare try and pull anything on her. She did nothing wrong here. Oh, thanks, Tabitha. Ladies, I'm afraid that means you, too. You don't need to talk to us? We witnessed this too. Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find y'all. Oh boy, I don't like this. What a coincidence running into you 2 nights in a row. This is my colleague, Deputy Derrickson. Pleased to meet you, #Heathen. Apologies for my absence yesterday. It was my special bowling night. You see, a man has to have his me time. But I was briefed on the events of last night, even though we're still not sure if what went down could be considered a crime. Duke has been missing since then, though we found neither hide nor hair of him. Could be he's just on an extended hunting trip. No, he fucking got his head blown off. It wouldn't be the first time he's done something like that. I was told the footage showed his supposed body, but we couldn't get that camera working, so no way to confirm until we track him down. Oh shit, that's because she took the card. Now, I understand both of these were terribly unfortunate accidents that had nothing to do with you being in the area, but as officers of the law, you have to understand that we get a little suspicious when we see the same face multiple times in a row. Shit. And we have to ask, what exactly were these teenagers doing in a shuttered mine owned by your family? And why were you down there with them? You've got to understand where we're coming from. 2 kids, 15 and 14, are buried alive down there. Maybe they're dead. And you were on the premises. Whether or not that was merely coincidence remains to be seen, but we've got to do our due diligence here. Yeah, I'll get to your questions, but we also need to talk about the man that's been stalking me. His name is Sam Wayne, and he used to work the mines here. That seems an awful lot like deflection to me, wouldn't you say so, Earl? Oh, Jesus Christ. This is a nice town. People don't go about stalking strangers in these parts. Can you at least just take my description? Fine. Derrickson Derrickson scribbles down your description of Wayne. You watch too many movies. Now, can you tell us what happened down there? Yeah, we saw some teens sneak into an abandoned mine, so we went after them. We were just trying to do the right thing. Of course. Very noble of you. Pardon our questions. Just trying to gather all the facts, you see. Just being thorough. Our duty as officers of the law. Well, if there's nothing more you can tell us, I suppose we'll let you go on about your evening. But we may be in touch. Have a good one. Deputy Derrickson tips his hat to you. The two officers wander back towards the mine, Derrickson taking notes as they examine the scene. Holy shit, this has been going on forever. You make your way towards Stella and Kanika. I just can't believe 2 nights in a row. Is it my fault, Neeks? Stella, no. This is all just an awful coincidence. It's not your fault. Oh, hey, guess the cops are done with you? What, are they going to take you in for being present at an accident? Sorry if they give you the hard time. Small town cops, you know. Always blame everything on drifters, even acts of God, I guess. Excellent, you didn't get arrested. Now come on, let's go. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, #Heathen? I'd really rather you didn't. If you're gonna run around almost getting killed every night, keep my cousin out of it. Your cousin is an adult, Tabitha. She can make her own decisions. I'm standing right here. Not while she's under my roof. Come on, let's go. As if to illustrate her point, Tabitha grabs your arm, dragging you towards the car. I'll text you when we're back. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what might lurk behind the tree line. Sorry about today. Tabitha doesn't answer. Did you hear me? I said I was sorry. She doesn't respond, her eyes fixated on the road ahead. How are you holding up? I don't think you want me to answer that question. Yeah, I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Noted. Why did you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? I don't want to talk about Stella, and it's none of your business anyway. Tabitha's never happy. You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. She pushes my buttons. Is there some kind of history there, or... No, quit talking. I need to focus on the road. Do you think Becca and Alexis are okay? We won't know for days at the earliest. Their parents should have kept tighter reins on them. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Pearl Ann to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for? You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you, and about Pearl Ann for that matter. Tabitha says nothing, mouth suddenly sealed as she fixes her eyes on the road ahead. I guess I'll just remain silent. I've got to focus on the road. Okie dokie. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha slink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Please, just talk to me. Tabitha closes her eyes for a moment and sighs. There's no point. At the end of the week, you'll go home and we'll never speak to each other again. We just have to get through this week. We can try to have a deeper relationship than that. It doesn't have to end with this week. I'm going to sleep. Good night. Okie dokie. Tabitha turns and makes her way upstairs, her posture defeated. Turn in. You head up to your room to turn in. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Y'all, these are those things, right? Kanika sent a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. Yep, penis monsters. I saw them again too. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point, you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Penis monsters. Welcome back, Snarky. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, your thoughts drift to Alexis and Becca, terrified and alone, if not already dead. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Oh, hi! Frou-frou! Just the cat. It's always just the cat. Don't read into this. The woman kicked me out. Just want a warm place to sleep. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. Floof, floof. Ugh, I'm out of water. There's a hole in your stairs. I wonder if Dustin is still in the drawer. There was rumblings. This is the end of episode 2. Episode 3 is late 2021 and early 2022. We'll be sure to update you once we have a firmer release date. Yeah, I really have to pee too. If you'd like to continue with this world state, please save your game now. I shall do that. Yes. Okay. Return. Continue. Oh, and then it just goes through some credits. I know, it's a long time to wait for episode 3. That's the downside to these oh, Gap Smolders! Yay! Look at that! That's the only person I recognize on that list. Good stream, man, it's 3 hours! I looked up Gab Smolder's video, and it was like 2 hours. I don't know how she got through that in 2 hours. I didn't even take any breaks. Oh, I'm sorry that gave you anxiety. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, so that was episode 2. I'm glad you enjoyed it. My throat needs a break, and I forgot to take my nighttime meds at 8 o'clock when I was supposed to. What? Are you coming back up? Tomoko-min? I don't know. But yeah, thanks for hanging in there. Sorry it was so long. Whew. No, she does stream. Well, she streams on Twitch, so she might have edited some stuff out. I'll actually probably go watch her playthrough of this, because I want to know how the fuck she did it in 2 hours. But yeah, she typically streams everything. It's just that she does send it to her editor to go up on YouTube. So yeah, maybe they cut some stuff. I don't know. But yeah, thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm going to get off of here so that I can go to the bathroom and take my nighttime medications like a good granny. And try and get tired. I had a problem last night. I couldn't get to sleep. Or I couldn't, like, I wasn't even tired. I didn't even go to bed until like 6 a.m. and then was up at 10:30. So, yeah. And I'm not tired right now. Weird. Yeah, fancy YouTubers with their editors. Hey, go team nighttime meds. Fist bump for the nighttime meds. Nighttime meds team. Oh, and I have to show you that this is my new lounging shirt. And I have kitty leggings on too, so I'm official cat lady. So, at any rate, thank you for joining. Do all the YouTube stuff. If you liked it, sneak below and hit the like button if you're new here and you enjoy gaming and or makeup or both. I don't know why I said or both, because the and or was already in there. So it's needless, but at any rate, if you are into that kind of stuff, subscribe, ring the bell. If the weather in Japan is nice that day, they'll notify you if I put videos out or when I stream. But that's as good of a guess as I have for whether or not they notify you, because sometimes they just don't. So yeah, check back here. And remember, life can be shit, so let's get through it together. Keep hanging in there with hashtag. Bye! Mwah!